In this video, we're going to be taking a look at how to personalize this design. This is a recent design of the day design, which is football. And just for demonstration purposes, I personalized it with tigers, but we're going to use a different word and personalize it. So here is the design. So we're just going to take this and make a copy of it. And let's go ahead and delete our weed box, so that's out of our way. And then we'll just deal with the design itself. And maybe what I'll do is I'll change it to black just so we can see it a little bit easier. Now, as far as actually adding some additional text, that's really basic. And what we're going to do is we're just going to, for this particular example, we're just going to use the word Eagles. So we're just going to grab our text tool and type out the word Eagles. And then we're going to resize our text a little bit. And what we're going to do is if we double click, or if we're on our pick tool here, if we click on our text and click on it one more time, you see these little options here, these little side-by-side arrows. Well, that will allow us to change the angle of the text. And for all intents and purposes, it allows us to shear it. So what I do is I just go ahead and shear it vertically, and then I'll resize this a little bit if we want. Now we can choose to go ahead and just leave it at that. But what I did for my original example is I also sheared it left to right as well, so that basically this Eagles was a little bit more at an angle like that. So however you want it to look, that's really up to you. And then we could just, change the size of it in relationship to the original design however we like. So, you can kind of play around with the angles a little bit to get it to look exactly the way you want to. And then once you have it the way you want it, then we can go ahead and add some stones to it. Now, because this is such a very basic design, what I would probably do is go ahead and set my stone size to SS10 by right-clicking on SS10. Let's go ahead. We've already got our stone size color to set to black. And then if we right-click on AS, we'll drop a stone right here at the corner. And then I'm just going to pull this up like so. And then select the 2 and hit AS, and that will fill in everything in between. And then go ahead and delete our stone path. And so now we want to go this direction, so we'll go ahead and pull a stone out there. Same thing, AS. Now I am going to go ahead and fill in. We want that 4 stones there, so we'll go ahead and do that. And then it's just a matter of copying it up. And all I'm doing is right-clicking to copy it up like that. So now we have this E. So what we can do is we can come in here, and I would just copy it over here. So let's go ahead and bring that right-click again. And then we can also copy it for the L. And then, of course, we can delete the part we don't need, like so. And then for A, we'll just go ahead and copy over a stone, right-click, copy up a stone here, and then same thing, AS at that angle. We'll copy over a stone here and go vertically and delete our stone path. And then here, I think we are just going to be able to fit 1 stone in there, so we'll leave it at that. And then for our G here, what I'll do is I'll start here, copy this down, and copy this across, like so. And then for this, I'm just going to grab this stone and hit my space bar. And I'm just going to kind of loosely place some stones along that G. And then I'm going to grab my freehand pick tool and pick up all those stones that I just loosely placed. Set my start stone by deselecting and reselecting that first one, and then right-click on D, and that'll kind of shuffle those stones around. And then we can try and add a stone if we want to. And yeah, I think that'll work out fine if we add a stone there. And then I might just tweak the stone placements just a little bit. Okay, so there's our G is in place. Now you can see how far the A and the G are, so I'd probably come in here, maybe nudge that over just a little bit. All right, so then same kind of thing with our S. I'm just going to come in here and loosely place some stones. All I'm doing is just moving with my mouse and hitting the space bar. So, and that basically all that does is just make duplicates. Every time I hit the space bar, I get a duplicate stone. So again, we'll use our freehand pick tool to select all those stones, but this one right here at the very end, so we'll hold our shift key to add it to the selection, right click on D, that'll space everything around, and that will basically complete everything. So we'll go ahead and delete that. Take a step back and see what, if any, changes we need to make. And there are a few things that I tend to be pretty particular on, and I think it's worth the extra little bit of time to make it right. So what I'm going to do is select this angle right here, which is whatever angle that is, shift guided angle, and that will you can kind of see now if everything is aligned like it should be or not. And I'm actually going to copy this down to here too. So we know that's the angle that we're looking for, and you can see that more or less everything is along that S. I think I want to try and add an extra stone too, so let's try doing that. So we'll go ahead and right click again here, and then we can add an extra stone. And yeah, I think we can get by with that. We do have to make a few slight adjustments to get our stone spacing the way we really should have it. Those are a couple minor adjustments. I think that will make it look better. And I think for our L here, let's go ahead and select it. Let's bring that down, right down to that guideline, and let's just make sure our E is right on that as well. I think it more or less is, but let's just make sure. So there's our E is right on that guideline. And then let's go ahead and make sure that our A is right on there as well. So we're going to go from the center right down there. But you can see this does not look right. This is clearly off, so we'll push that up. And we'll go ahead and re-space those. So those are more accurate. And you can see our G here is a little short compared to our other letters. So we'll go ahead and just grab part of it and bring it up. And even though it was a small adjustment, I think it'll make a definite difference there. So we'll go ahead and select that and respace that just a little bit. And then I think I'm going to pull away this E just a little bit. And I think I'm going to pull this S away a little bit too. And I think I want this S just a little bit rotated to the right. Pull it away just a little bit. All right, so I think that looks a little bit better. And I'm happy with that. So that is how we can go about personalizing this design. Now let's go ahead and select the design. Let's go ahead and put it all back to crystal again. And then we'll go ahead and apply a weed box to our design. And then it will be our finished product. So anyhow, that is how you can go about personalizing the design with whatever team name or school name that you'd like to add to the standard basic football design. Thanks for watching.